Bill McGovern has been replaced as UCLA football's defensive coordinator. Russell Westbrook gets introduced with his new role on the Clippers, whatever that role is. And with MLS kicking off in approximately 2 days, we have one new guy for both the Galaxy and LAFC that should be worth watching. Good morning. I'm James. This is your daily dose of sports and start for the greatest sports city in the world, Los Angeles. This is the faithful Angelenos morning report. I'm going to be completely frank, I'm not feeling that well today. As you might be able to tell, we've had a snowstorm here at Ice Station Delta in Portland, Oregon. But we're going to keep spreading the gospel of LA sports. If you like the content that we put out about LA sports, please click the like button. Please click the subscribe button. There's a notifications bell. Hit that to let you know we drop new content. Sharing is caring. Let people know we exist, and by all means comment. Hey, there's a chance I might not even be able to go to work. I have no idea how they act in Portland to this stuff. So before we go through the news and notes and look at the scoreboard, there were no games yesterday involving LA teams. Today, pretty good slate. Golden State's at the Lakers. That game's at 7 o'clock. LA is 13th in the Western Conference. They are 2 games out of the last play-in round spot. 4th-ranked UCLA will be taking on Utah at in Utah at 8 o'clock. USC is also on the road. They're at Colorado at 6. And the Kings will be facing New Jersey at 4 o'clock this afternoon. So the news broke last night. Multiple outlets reported that UCLA has plucked Baltimore Ravens assistant coach DeAnton Lynn as a defensive coordinator. Now, Lynn is the son of the former Chargers coach, Anthony Lynn. He coached safeties over in Baltimore. The son, that is. He does not have experience as a defensive coordinator, but he has worked with Jim Harbaugh, Bill O'Brien, Rex Ryan. So he has a vague idea, at least, of how to be a defensive coordinator. And, of course, his own father, who was known as a defensive guru when he coached the Chargers. What this means for Bill McGovern isn't exactly clear. McGovern only coached defense 1 year at UCLA. He missed half of the season almost. 5 games at a minimum due to health-related issues. We do not know if McGovern has been fired. We don't know if McGovern resigned. For all we know, he might get a job where he's just sitting, nursing his health in front of a camera, he's looking over game film. We have no idea. The Bruins, under McGovern, allowed 29 points per game. And this is also the latest in a coaching youth movement with UCLA football. Lynn is 33. They do have a number of new coaches who are in their early to mid-30s. So it's possible that what's also being done here is a belief with younger coaches. They could go for a recruiting youth movement or I should say, hype up or amp up their high school recruiting efforts to try to improve things over on defense with UCLA. And I've been saying this ever since the bowl season. Whether it's USC or UCLA, the first school to sanity wins. So this might be a really good idea over at UCLA. Russell Westbrook was the eye of a storm on Wednesday. A lot of action around him. He was bought out by the Utah Jazz. The Clippers immediately pounced on him, and he spoke with reporters. You might recall his last press conference. It wasn't his press conference, but one he was at with the Lakers. He stood off to the side while Darvin Ham was being introduced. Don't know, we just basically took notes from that press conference or whatever, because if you saw the press conference yesterday with the Clippers, he's saying pretty much everything you would have expected, just like his whole role with the Lakers and Darvin Ham. So we don't even really know what the hell Westbrook is going to be doing with the Clippers. Is he going to start? Is he going to come off the bench? Is he deferring to Kawhi Leonard? But then the coach is saying, hey, you don't become Mr. Triple-Double without having the ball in your hands. What exactly is Russell Westbrook's role? All I can tell you is what Russell Westbrook does. He does penetrate. He does distribute. Probably going to help Ivica Zubac quite a bit. He's also adept at rebounding. But the Clippers' best shot with this, I can only guess that the ball gets spread equally among Westbrook, Leonard, and George. And is that really what you want to do if you're the Clippers? Are those three players going to be happy getting the ball only a third of the time? It's kind of like Golden State's positionless basketball, only none of them are three-point sharpshooters. So we don't know. NBA.com says the 76ers and Clippers have the toughest road to hoe in the last 6 weeks of the regular season. There are 15 teams with winning records in the NBA, and the Clippers are just 9-19 against them, including 6-7 when both Kawhi Leonard and Paul George are on the court. So there's that. MLS Soccer thinks forward Stipe Bajic could be a breakout star. He was a finalist for the UEFA Golden Boy Award, 20 years old, Croatian, lining up next to Carlos Vela and Dennis Bouanga. Yeah, I could see where you'd call him a possible breakout star. LAFC, by the way, in the first preseason power rankings for MLS, ranked second. Now, the Galaxy, they're not too shabby. They are 8th ranked. But more importantly, the hype continues to build for center back Jalen Neal. We've been talking about this guy for weeks because he was starting for the U.S. men's national team, and he still has yet to start a single MLS game. But this year, what to look for him, if in fact he gets on the pitch and gets on regularly: composure, passing. See, both have to work hand in hand, or else you're not going to get much. So will Neal, with his first season, hopefully with the big club, show the composure? Because the center in your backfield is a prime shooting area for the opponent. Basically, they're saying he makes efficient, quick decisions. We've talked about Dodgers prospects and where they stand. What the hell's wrong with adding another, right? CBS Sports lists 3 Dodgers in the top 50 of potential prospects. But here's what's problematic. The first prospect is Diego Cartaya, which is fine, but he's only ranked 23rd. Every other team in the NL West has a higher prospect. San Diego tore its farm system apart last season for trades. They still have a higher prospect than Diego Cartaya. The Giants have 2. So you have to ask yourself, is this rating of Cartaya on point? They did add details to Cartaya that I did not know that might actually help. They are saying that he is so happy pulling the ball, that's his kink. He just loves pulling the ball, that could be hurtful to his batting average in the major leagues. They also think Bobby Miller could be a breakout star, the pitcher. The third will be in the majors this year. That's Miguel Vargas. San Diego has decided not to block Dodger fans from buying tickets at Petco Park this year. Unless, of course, they meet in the playoffs, I would imagine. There is this temporary belief that enough Padre fans exist to fill Petco Park on their own. They do not. There are no such thing as Padre fans. There are only Dodger haters. They chant "Beat LA" for a reason. They don't even like their own team. They simply hate LA. There are changes in the rules before the season. And how does that impact? Who does that impact? Dodgers Way says that the changes in rules, things like pitch counts, or pitch clocks, I should say, no more shifts. Dodgers Way says that a number of the rule changes are going to impact people like Clayton Kershaw. Kershaw, because he's a pickoff artist. Now you're only allowed 2 pickoff moves to first base per batter. So Kershaw's got to bring his A game literally with every base runner. Alex Vesia, by the way, likes to take his time between pitches, so it could impact him as well. The Rams looked to the military academy to fill a coaching vacancy. Navy assistant Joe Caniglio, he coached outside linebackers, or will coach outside linebackers. He was going to be promoted to the special teams coordinator over at Navy, but the Rams came a-calling. Sean McVay knows the guy for a long time. They were college roommates at Miami of Ohio. And the Sparks, 2-time WNBA All-Star Chini Ogumike is returning to the Sparks. She has played with incoming Sparks coach Kurt Miller in Connecticut. They also expect, the Sparks do, to re-sign her sister, Nanika. But you let me know what you think in the comments thread. Let me know what you think about Bill McGovern. And does this mean UCLA is finally taking defense seriously? Let me know what you think about Russell Westbrook's conference. And if you enjoyed the content, don't forget to subscribe to Faithful Angelenos. We talk LA sports here, even when I'd rather be puking in a bucket. Thank you for watching. I'm James. This is your, we'll be back tomorrow. Faithful Angelenos is a Kian Corte El Queso production. Take care.